Namo Namaha. You all will be astonished when you listen to Kalidasa's description of Lord Shiva. It's beautiful and profound. Before showing you his description of Lord Shiva, a very quick intro about Kalidasa for those who do not know about him. Kalidasa is one of the greatest Sanskrit poets. He is a legend and his works are evergreen. I cannot describe the joy you will get when you read his works. You will have to experience it yourself. Kalidasa has written dramas as well as poems. His major poems are Raghuvamsham and Kumarasambhavam. These two are among the 5 Mahakavyas. I have made a series with detailed explanation of the first sarga of Raghuvamsham. I will leave the link to the playlist in the description below. Interested people can check. Kalidasa has also written many plays, dramas, some of which are Abhignana Shakuntalam, which is the most popular and also considered his magnum opus work. He has also written Malavikagni Mitram and Vikramorvashiyam. The shloka which beautifully describes Lord Shiva is actually from the play Abhignana Shakuntalam. Before starting the play, the poet Kalidasa does the Mangalacharanam, which is a common practice among Sanskrit poets. Mangalacharanam is where the poet prays and seeks the blessings of his Ishtadaivam, his favorite deity. In Abhignana Shakuntalam, Kalidasa does the Mangalacharanam by praying to Lord Shiva. And his description of Lord Shiva will blow your mind. The shloka goes like this. Ya srishtis srashturadya vahati vidhihutam yahavirya cha hotri ye dve kalam vidhatta shruti vishayaguna ya sthita vyapya vishvam ya mahus sarva bija prakritiriti yaya praninah pranavantaha pratyakshabhif prapannastanubhiravatu vastabhirashtabhirishah. By the way, I am starting a new course called Prarthana, which is a shloka chanting course for kids. The first batch is for kids living in Europe. Other kids living in other parts of the world are most welcome if the timing suits. You can find more details about this course in the description below. I will also leave the link in the pinned comments. You will see the word Ishaha at the end of the shloka, and the whole shloka describes the various forms of Shiva. First I will explain the shloka part by part, then I will tell the overall meaning. We shall first take up the last line of the verse, which says Pratyakshabhif prapannas tanubhiravatu vastabhirashtabhirishah. If I split the sandhis, then it will be Pratyakshabhihi prapannaha tanubhihi avatu vaha tabhihi ashtabhihi ishaha. And I will also rearrange the words so that you understand the meaning easily. Tabhihi ashtabhihi pratyakshabhihi tanubhihi prapannaha ishaha vaha avatu. Tabhihi means through those. Tabhihi ashtabhihi means through those 8. Pratyakshabhihi means visible or perceivable. Tanubhihi means forms. Prapannaha Ishaha meaning Isha, that is Shiva, and Prapannaha means one who is having. Vaha avatu means may him protect you all. So it means to say may Shiva, who is having these 8 visible forms, protect you all. Now you will be wondering, what are those 8 visible forms of Shiva? Those 8 visible forms of Shiva are described in the rest of the shloka. Let us go from the first line now. Ya srishtihi srashturadya. If I split the sandhis, it is Ya srishtihi srashtuhu adya, meaning that which is the creator's first creation. It is said that water was created first. The commentary quotes this from Manusmriti, which says Apa eva sasarjadav, meaning water was first created. So Kalidasa is saying that Lord Shiva has manifested in the form of water and is visible to us in this form. Then he says Vahati vidhihutam ya havihi. If I rearrange this, then it is Ya havihi vidhihutam vahati, meaning one who carries the havis as per the customary rules. Who is the one who carries the havis to the gods? It is Agni, fire. Havis is the offering that is made into the fire. You would have seen it while any homa or yajna is being performed. And it is fire who is said to carry that offering to the gods. So Kalidasa says, Shiva is visible to us through the form of fire. This is the second visible form of Shiva. The first one was water. Then Kalidasa says, Yacha Hotri. Another form of Shiva is in the form of the Hotru. Hotru, which means the person who does the yajna. So Lord Shiva is visible to us in the form of the person who performs the yajna. The Mahanarayana Upanishad describes how this life itself is a yajna. So all living beings are performing yajna with or without their knowledge. So Kalidasa is indirectly saying Shiva is visible to us through the form of all beings. Then he says, Ye dve kalam vidhattaha, meaning the two who determine the time, which are the sun and the moon. We determine time based on the sun and the moon. Now we have clocks and watches, but those days people would determine time based on sun and moon. Even now we determine day or night based on sun and moon. Next Kalidasa says, Shruti Vishaya Guna Ya Sthita Vyapya Vishwam. Shruti Vishaya Guna Ya means one whose quality is sound, and Ya Vishwam Vyapya Sthita means one who has pervaded this whole universe. What do you think that is? It is the space. The quality of space is sound. It is said that the space inside our ear is responsible for the perception of sound, and of course space occupies the entire universe. So Shiva is perceivable by us in the form of space. Then Kalidasa says, Yam ahuhu sarva bija prakritiriti. If I split the sandhi, it is Yam ahuhu sarva bija prakritihi iti, meaning one who is called as the source of all seeds. Here seed does not literally mean like the coriander seed, etc. It means the seed from which a being comes into existence. There are 4 types of beings. Jara Yuja, those that are born from a womb. Human beings come under the Jara Yuja category. Andaja, those that are born from an egg, like birds. Svedaja, those that are born from sweat or warm moisture, such as some insects that you see which start growing in a bag of rice, which is kept in a warm moist place. Udbhija, those that come into life by germinating from the soil, such as plants. And what is the one thing, that one source from which all these beings come into existence? It is the earth, Prithvi. Then Kalidasa says, Yaya praninaha pranavanta, means that because of which living creatures possess breath, which is nothing but air. So overall Kalidasa says, may Shiva, Isha protect you all. What kind of Isha? The Isha who has manifested himself in these 8 perceivable forms, which are the water, fire, living beings, sun, moon, space, earth and air. Isn't this beautiful? If every human sees Lord Shiva in all these forms, then I think this earth will be totally different than what it is now. We will never feel like dirtying water because we see it as a form of Shiva himself. We will never be able to pollute the air because we see it as a form of Shiva himself. Just imagine how the earth will be if everyone saw Shiva the way Kalidasa saw him. And Kalidasa is saying, may this Lord Shiva bless you all. In fact, Kalidasa is not the only person saying this. The Bhavishya Purana also says this. It says, Sharvaya Kshitimurtaye Namaha, Bhavaya Jalamurtaye Namaha, Rudraya Agnimurtaye Namaha, Ugraya Vayumurtaye Namaha, Bhimaya Akashamurtaye Namaha, Pashupataye Yajamana Murtaye Namaha, Mahadevaya Soma Murtaye Namaha, Ishanaya Surya Murtaye Namaha. Prarambha, a course for beginners in Sanskrit. The Prarambha course focuses on spoken Sanskrit, the grammar, and also on reading, writing and listening skills. To know more about Prarambha and to enroll in the course, please check the links in the description and also in the pinned comments. So the first line is Sharvaya Kshitimurtaye Namaha. Sharvaha is the name of Shiva. I have explained the meaning of this name of Shiva in this video. In the same video, I have discussed the meanings of various names of Shiva. Please do check out that video. So this line, Sharvaya Kshitimurtaye Namaha, is saying, bowing down to Shiva who is in the form of Kshiti. Kshiti means earth. So salutations to Shiva who is in the form of earth. Bhavaya Jalamurtaye Namaha. Again, Bhavaha is a name of Shiva, and I have explained the meaning of this name also in this video. I will leave the link in the description below. You can check it later. And this line says, salutations to Shiva who is in the form of water, Jalamurti. Then Rudraya Agnimurtaye Namaha. We all know Rudra is another name of Shiva. So this says, salutations to Shiva who is in the form of Agni. Ugraya Vayumurtaye Namaha. Ugra is another name of Shiva. Here it says, salutations to Shiva who is in the form of Vayu, that is air. Then it says, Bhimaya Akashamurtaye Namaha. Bhima is another name of Shiva, and this line says, salutations to Shiva who is in the form of Akasha, Akashamurti. Akasha is space. Pashupataye Yajamana Murtaye Namaha. Pashupati is another name of Shiva, and it says, salutations to Shiva who is in the form of Yajamana. Yajamana is the one who does the yajna. Mahadevaya Somamurtaye Namaha. Mahadeva is of course another name of Lord Shiva, and this line says, salutations to Shiva who is in the form of Soma, that is moon. Ishanaya Suryamurtaye Namaha. Ishana is another name of Shiva, and this line says, salutations to Shiva who is in the form of Surya, the sun. I hope you all enjoyed this shloka and this video. If you did, then please click the like button. That will definitely help me. And if you like this video, then do quote Om Namah Shivaya by seeing Lord Shiva in the new perspective that Kalidasa has given us. Also, please share it with as many people as you can. This is such a beautiful shloka, and I think everyone should listen to this at least once. Also, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, then please do subscribe. It definitely helps me in growing this channel. Agrime Chitre Melitasmi. Om Namah Shivaya. Namo Namaha.